taxpayers from paying tax. But tonight, let's begin with the top story because the apparent strained relationship between Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and his boss, President William Ruto, has made its way to the floor of the National Assembly. Members engaged in a heated debate over the recent trouble that befell Gachagua, with a section accusing him of playing politics of sympathy. And as Daniel Kariuki reports, Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah denied reports that the Deputy President's office is underfunded.
11th of June in the
Wednesday afternoon, National Assembly played host to a heated argument touching on Kenya Kwanza leadership, the presidency. Members of parliament going for each other jugular over the Cold War, pitting President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua that appears to escalate. It all started after Nyando MP Jared Okello sought a statement from Leader of Majority Kimani Ichung'wah, who questioned what is happening to the country's number two.
Honorable Speaker, this House appropriates and budgets for travels of the Deputy President, Honorable Speaker. And at no given time have we ever envisaged a situation where he takes a commercial flight.
And this opened a can of worms that roped in opposition leaders who claimed the government was disjointed.
A dysfunctioning government, regardless of who has formed that government, affects every citizen. What we are seeing here is the making of a dysfunctional government.
The issue here is, are we as a country having the presidency, giving the presidency the kind of respect that it deserves, Mr. Speaker? And I'm not absolving blame from anybody.
Why should we divert from business of this House and enter into some charade and hypocrisy and politics instead of doing business which is before us? We know the politics you are doing, but we also have our politics. We don't want to turn this place into a political arena. We know that this matter has been choreographed. Who doesn't know that?
The session almost degenerating into a motion of conduct of the Deputy President. House rules stipulate that a person cannot be discussed unless through a substantive motion.
I think what Jared Okello asked was legitimate. But let's not digress into discussing the conduct of the person, of the Deputy President.
A section of the MPs from ruling coalition hit out at Gachagua, accusing him of whipping emotions by pushing for the emotive one man, one vote, 1 shilling revenue sharing formula.
It started from statements like, the shareholders claiming that there are some communities that really did not contribute to the formation of this government, calling other people shareholders and other people traitors, and people kept quiet.
The government must ensure equity in sharing of national cake so that all Kenyans can be happy and be peaceful and be united. You cannot be united in statements, in empty statements.
The Leader of Majority Kimani Ichung'wah used the opportunity to blast Gachagua, accusing him of playing politics with the office he holds.
We must remember that we bear a greater responsibility to the people of Kenya way beyond our villages. And whatever words we utter out of our mouths, Honorable Speaker, must be words that unite the people of Kenya.
It is imperative that as elected leaders, we be allowed the space to execute the mandate that the ordinary people in Nyeri gave us when they voted for us.
We see a situation where the marriage is not working. And if the marriage is not working, the logical thing to do is to separate. So marry another wife. The wife and the husband are not compatible or are no longer compatible. Yes. So the most logical thing to do is to divorce.
The entire debate was occasioned by footage on Tuesday showing Gachagua boarding a commercial flight to Mombasa, carrying his suitcase, in what political analysts say was a move to paint a bad picture of the government he is serving. Daniel Kariuki, KTN News, at the Parliament Buildings, Nairobi.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua continued to show defiance, dismissing leaders opposed